Welcome to the show, where you'll learn how to invest in mortgage notes, the savvy real estate investor's secret weapon to create cash flow without tenants and property acquisitions for pennies on the dollar. My name is Robert Haitha, founder of FIXnotes, and my mission is to make note investing ethical, profitable, and accessible for you. In every episode, we're democratizing the industry to put these powerful Wall Street assets into the hands of Main Street investors like you. So without further ado, let's get into this show where you're in good hands with my AI clone. Let's go. This program is for informational purposes only and should be independently verified before taking action. In today's episode, we're diving into a topic that may not be the flashiest, but it's absolutely essential if you're serious about becoming a professional note investor. We're talking about key terminology from the FIXnotes dictionary. This business, like most niches in real estate, has its own language. And honestly, a lot of that language is designed to keep outsiders out. Banks love acronyms. They love long, official-sounding legal phrases. They love to make things sound more complex than they really are. And if you're not fluent, it's easy to get overwhelmed, or worse, taken advantage of. But once you start to internalize the terminology, you begin to realize that most of these terms just describe very basic concepts, things you already understand, just in banker speak. So let's talk through a few of the most important terms you'll run into every day in the note space. For example, assignment of mortgage. That's the document that transfers ownership of a loan from one party to another. It's recorded with the county just like a deed. And when you're buying a note, this document proves you now own the loan. No assignment? You're not the lender, plain and simple. Or how about an allonge? That's one you might see come up and wonder what it even means. It's basically an endorsement to the promissory note, literally an additional piece of paper physically attached to the original note when it's transferred. It usually includes the phrase pay to the order of and makes the transfer official. To think of it like signing the back of a check, but for a mortgage note. Then there's chain of title. This is crucial. Chain of title means you can trace the loan's ownership history from the originator all the way to you. If there's a break in that chain, a missing assignment, a typo, a sale that wasn't recorded, you have a problem. That's called a broken chain of title, and it's your responsibility to fix it if you want to enforce the loan. So always confirm this during due diligence. You'll also hear BPO. That stands for broker price opinion. It's basically a quick and cheap alternative to a full appraisal, usually done from a drive-by. It's used to estimate the current value of the property backing the loan. In this business, we don't care much about Zillow estimates. We care about what a house is actually worth on the open market today, and that's what the BPO helps you determine. Now let's talk about collateral file. This is everything that proves you legally own the loan and have the right to collect on it. That includes the promissory note, the mortgage or deed of trust, the assignments, the allonges, and anything else relevant like payment history or a modification agreement. If the seller can't provide these, or if there are documents missing, you need to either walk away or negotiate a discount and make sure you can fix it after closing. And while we're on it, what about ACH payment? That's automated clearinghouse. This is the gold standard for performing notes because it's automatic. Borrowers don't have to remember to write a check every month. It just hits their account. That consistency is part of what makes a note valuable and predictable. Performing notes with ACH in place are always going to be easier to manage and more appealing if you ever want to resell the asset. There are dozens more terms like this. Terms like arrears, title insurance, servicing transfer, reinstatement, and demand letter. Each one carries a specific actionable meaning in this space. As you get familiar with them, you'll move faster, negotiate better, and gain confidence in your underwriting and asset management. If you haven't already, I'd highly recommend you keep the FIXnotes dictionary open on your screen or print it on your desk as a quick reference guide. Every term you master removes a little more friction from the process and helps you move from novice to expert faster. Understanding the language of note investing is about more than just decoding bank jargon. It's about clarity, confidence, control. You'll ask better questions, make smarter buys, and communicate more effectively with everyone in your ecosystem. Servicers, sellers, borrowers, attorneys, brokers. The language is power. And in note investing, you can't afford to be guessing what these terms mean when you're wiring $25,000 or $250,000 to buy a loan. So that's a wrap on the FIXnotes dictionary. Keep it nearby. Study it, memorize it over time. It's one of the most powerful tools in your business building toolkit. And don't worry if it all doesn't sink in right away. You'll be surprised how quickly this language becomes second nature when you start putting it into action. In the next episode, we'll take all of this one step further as we dive into an introduction to the FIXnotes system itself, the complete structure and operating process that professional investors use to source, analyze, acquire, and resolve mortgage notes at scale. You'll see how everything from terminology to due diligence to borrower outreach connects inside a repeatable framework. Thanks for sticking around to the end, and thank you to my trusty Robot and the FIXnotes team for putting together another episode. If you want to learn more and hang out with the real, not AI version of me, join our free school community at school.com/FIXnotes. That's SKOOL.com/FIXnotes. In the meantime, we'll see you in the next episode.